Okay, welcome everyone. It is June 17th, and we are now ready for the next episode of the Stormbreakers as they continue to work their way to the third piece of the rod of 7 parts. This time they find themselves in another piece of the multiverse where machines run around like people, as well as people. But they're currently working their way into, or back into, a huge colossus that has teleported itself into a mountain some time ago and has been stuck ever since. Now this creature, or at least the brain, seems to be some kind of creature, intelligence, that has offered to give them the rod part that helps power its gray matter engine if they allow it to transfer to a crystal, which they found. So they can now perhaps fulfill the colossus's wishes, and also be given the last piece to the rod of 7 parts. I mean, not the last piece, the third piece. So in so doing, they have landed themselves in a bunch of hot water as per usual. So let me read you our AI's recap of this episode last time we met. Welcome back, adventurers. This is episode 7 of Quest for Glory, where our brave heroes navigate the treacherous ruins of the Colossus Landro. Buckle up, because it's about to get wild. Dramatic music fades in. As our party wrapped up their exploration of the mysterious gray matter pool, they geared up to dive into a new area previously scouted by Zith and his trusty arcane eye. And what's this? A little chat about Ezra, the cleric of Moradin. The group unanimously decided he'd be the go-to support character, dishing out healing and buffs like a pro while they face whatever horrors lie ahead. Cut to commercial. Need a pick-me-up? Try Zith's Arcane Eye Drops. Clear up those red, itching arcane eyes. Explore the entire map while the party plays spades with the deck of cards in the game set they've never used. Screw spoilers and surprises. With this omniscient spell, practically see through walls, avoid pesky traps, and never miss a hidden treasure again. Side effects may include existential streamer guilt and spontaneous teleportation. Now back to the action. While navigating the ruins, our heroes encountered a ghostly figure who claimed she needed help finding her comrades, but just as quickly as she appeared, she vanished, leaving our party scratching their heads in confusion. Talk about a ghost with commitment issues. Next, they entered a workshop filled with tools, but suspiciously lacking corpses, thankfully. Filch dropped the bombs that the gray matter was linked to the Colossus, the Colossi Landro. But hold on to your spell books, folks. When Zith ventured into a new room, he was hit by a silence spell, causing Del and Ozus, who had entered with him, to drop like flies. Ouch. After a brief intermission of unconsciousness, the duo revived to find a ghost lounging on a bed. Caneus, ever the persistent hero, tried to wake her up, but she was not having it. Fatigue and confusion? Classic ghost move. Zith attempt to dispel the magic. His attempt to dispel the magic flopped, and they decided to leave the ghost behind. Who knew ghost hunting could be so exhausting? They stumbled upon a shaft, and after a little gravity test, Zith took the plunge, floating into an anti-gravity field. Talk about a zero-gravity adventure. Navigating through the colossal structure, they reached the foot of the giant and found a jammed stone door for the toes. Kanaeus spotted a gemstone nearby and pocketed it, because who doesn't love a little treasure? The group debated exploring the other leg of the construct, prompting Zith to send his arcane eye down again through the hip for a little reconnaissance. What did they find? Fungal growth in the caves at the toe, and you guessed it, 2 shriekers ready to scream their heads off. Ozus had their brilliant idea of using a fireball to eliminate the shriekers. The party rallied together, and with a fiery blast, they sent those pesky monsters packing before they could release their spores. Boom. But wait, there's more. The party deliberated on the plan for Landro, weighing the risks of bringing him along. Zith was eager to reconnect, thinking he could lead them to their next quest. But then Kanaeus took a sip from a source of gray water. What could go wrong? He gained telepathy, but suffered some psychic damage and could no longer speak, except in gibberish. Classic Kanaeus. Exploring new tunnels, they ventured deeper into the Colossus until they were ambushed by an orange robot wielding a spiky glaive. Intense music builds. Combat erupts. Ezra stepped up, giving a blessing, I guess, that enhanced their ability. Zith asked about the height of the overhang and dashed upward for a better vantage point. As the battle unfolded, Del noted their limited visibility while Zith tried to cast a suggestion spell on a Warforged ally, which, spoiler alert, didn't work. Del focused on offense, casting a spell surrounding him by necrotic spores, but his target dodged, causing Del to take damage instead. Oof. I don't remember that exactly. With enemy attacks raining down, Del took some serious hits. The fight escalated with our heroes trading blows with the robot and its allies. Zith played it smart, casting Firebolt, later Sanctuary on Ozus, although one enemy resisted the protective effect. Talk about a bummer. But our heroes weren't backing down. Kanaeus and Ozus unleashed powerful attacks, with Ozus casting Inflict Wounds to take down one of their foes. As the chaos unfolded, Del healed Ozus and attempted to stun an enemy while Zith provided tactical support. Cinematic slow-motion montage of the epic battle. This encounter was a true test of their resolve and strategy, showcasing how far they've come as a cohesive unit in the face of the Colossus and its guardians. Epic music swells and then fades out. Join us next time on Quest for Glory to see if our heroes can conquer the Colossus and what surprises await in the depths of the ruins. Until then, keep your dice rolling and your snacks ready. There you go. It had some decent points. Not bad, not bad. Gotcha. Cool. All right, so we're going to go to Stormbreakers. We're going to invite Archie in to take notes. All right, so where we pick up now is right in the middle of the fight. We've got Glaive able to now take his turn. So Glaive is wounded, pretty hurt, not doing great, seen better days, but no longer stunned. Recovering from being stunned, he now has his opportunity to move. So Glaive actually is going to take an action to, let me fold that out of the way. All right. Glaive has I believe it's a heat sink. That was not what I was looking for. I guess maybe it's the self-preservation. Nope, that's not either. Okay, so based on my inability to get the right thing going, Glaive is going to actually use pack tactics and multi-attack to lay down the law this round, and is going to start with Caneus looks like the biggest threat to what he wants to do. So we're going to target Caneus, and we are going to, we get 2 spike glaive attacks and 2 serrated bolt attacks. So we'll start with the spiked glaive, and we're going to roll an attack with advantage. Okay, so that looks like it's going to hit. He swings that nasty spiked glaive around and is going to land. What do you do? Any reaction to that? Okay, so the cloud wound, you're going to land this against that guy. I gotcha. Okay, cool. It's going to roll against Blade Scout, and that hits Blade Scout. So we're going to do some normal damage. I really like how it changed. It changed the targeting. Sweet. Yeah. Good. So yeah, some of those upgrades paid off finally. All right. So again, second spiked glaive attack coming through. Again with pack tactics, we get. Yeah. All right. So an attack with advantage coming through. That looks like it's going to land a hit on you, sir. Pretty solid shot. So you've used your reaction, so I'm not sure there's anything else you can do but take it, right? Okay. That looks like 20 points of damage. And, right? So his serrated bolt attacks, because they are ranged attacks, and you're at point blank, would normally be at disadvantage, but he's at advantage with pack tactics. So we're going to roll an even roll, not with advantage or... no, only one advantage and disadvantage. They don't stack like that. Either way, all right. It was a good try, though. I loved it. Oh, that looks like it's going to do a crit. So critical hit. It's going to apply 27 points of damage to you. And, well, for now, so he's going to put you down with one more serrated bolt attack. Again, not with advantage. He's already ducking. He's like prostrate on the ground. All right. Okay, with that, yeah, you got like 17 hit points left. All right, so Glaive is going to launch himself away. Now, this is going to give Ezra, Del, and Ozzus opportunity attacks. So go ahead and roll your opportunity attacks, and then I will move him away. He's actually going to jump either over you or back up to the bridge. Yeah. So, well, you want to target him and roll an opportunity attack. So this would be one of your unless you've used your. You can't cast a spell as. Yeah, but you get to. Well, maybe if I move him. There you go. Okay. It had. Okay, well, Dwarf Father's verdict misses. Yeah, you rolled 13 points of damage with your staff of defense. And then you get your D8 Blessed Strike. Didn't roll a D8 though. So go ahead and roll your D8 for your Blessed Strike. Right click, like down on the tray. There you go. Yeah. Rolled a 9 on a. What does the +1 come from? Oh, because you did a +1 down below. Gotcha. Yeah. Yep. All right. 8. That's cool. 8 points. We'll take 8 more on that. Del, you did some damage. Yeah. He's hurt. He's not looking good. Like, I think it's about 15 feet up to the crossover, and then he just jumped over the other side of it and kept running. Yeah, shouldn't be a deal. All right, so that ends his turn. Ezra. I think Ezra can cast a spell maybe to help Kineas. Kineas looks hurt. Maybe. Let's see. What's everyone else looking like? 35, 72. I think maybe a mass cure wounds might be good. All right, so this will use a 6th level spot. Place a measured template. Okay, so it's going to affect everybody except the people I'm going to cut out. So let's see. We're going to choose Zith and Kineas. Taking the Blade Scout out. Yeah, that's everybody. Here we go. Filch. Yeah. Nah, he's fine. All right, so here comes the healing feeling. All right. It's going to. Give it a chance here. Do. All right, there you go. And then so 21, let's see. So for the dice, it was I think it was 4d8. It doesn't say. It just says healing. Oh, wrong one. Scrolling up. It was 48 plus 3 plus 8. 32, 42, 43. Total of 43 hit points back. That's whenever the cleric heals other people, he also gets healing, extra healing. That allows him to not have to waste healing on himself, right? Okay. All right. So Ezra took his turn. Filch thinks that's wonderful and not sure what just happened. Zith, you're up. Wow, too much all at once. No problem. I just reversed the 6. Yep. Failed a saving throw, yeah. So, okay, cool. Okay, so this Blade Scout wants to probably cover the boss's retreat. So I think he's gonna go after Kineas. Makes perfect sense, right? Oh, everybody's targeted. Hold on. Yep, for sure. All right, so he's got multi-attacks, and you're still prone. So, all right, so no pack tactics, but you're prone. So he's going to use Arm Blade. He gets 3 attacks with advantage. Okay, that's going to hit. Make it an easy target, though. So you don't have a reaction, so I'm just going to go ahead and roll damage. Kineas doesn't. And then, no, I don't see it. I believe you though. All right. Let's do another arm blade attack on you. Roll. Attack. Advantage. Oh, another hit. Roll normal damage for 13 more points. And then third arm blade attack. Roll. Attack. Advantage. All right, so with a 19, that's still going to hit. And normal damage, just barely.
Where's your job?
Okay. Then we are good to go for the next round, Blade Scout. Is going to make a shift that direction. Okay. All right, Kineas. You want to stand up yet? He's bobbing. He's got his arm blades out. He's holding up. Ching! He crosses his blades, and your sword goes right between. You're powerless against me, meat sack. That one will hit. Okay, good strong wallop on him. He tries to block you again, but you feint the other direction, attack with the other sword, and get right through. All right. So with that, it's now Oz's turn. Go, Oz, go. Hold on, hold on. You should not be at an advantage. Oh, it's going to prompt you if you have advantage to go ahead and press the button. You killed him. You did 42 points of damage. He only had 7 left, and you just withered him away with necrotic harm until there was nothing left. All right, Del. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. That's 35. Oh, but that's like an overhang. So it's a 2D representation of a 3D feature. Yes. Mouse over and press T. There you go. That worked. Mm. Oh, nice. It's a critical one. You get to double your dice that there were none. That's kind of a rip. So that one is just your strength modifier. So roll 2D. So roll 2d6. All right. So roll 2d6 because you're doubling because you're critical hit. Okay, 4 points instead of 3. Still just seems like a ripoff. It's a perfectly good 20. Okay. It it does have greater invisibility on you. It's exactly. You have 7 more rounds left with that on there. Yep, indeed. Take it, take it, take it. Ten more. That's a miss. It just does. It's fine. All right. And he just pushes off the wall and runs really fast down the hallway and around the corner. Out of sight. Let me see. Here. You can't, yeah, and there's a corner above. So this is like an opening into a room. Yep, I can see. Yep, I can see what you can see. And so can our live studio audience. Okay. Cool. Ezra is asking, is anyone else in need of more healing? Are we good? Kaneas probably looks the worst off, so he'll move over and target you with... You still can't talk, though, Kaneas, just saying. So let's see, inflict wound. Oh, he's tapped out on spells. He's like, all right, well, that was it. That's what I got. What happened? That should have worked. But nothing happened. All right, hold on. I have to now go into a sheet and go into a spell book and go do the cure wounds. Kinesis is friendly. Cast at 7th level. Go. There it goes. All right, so Kineas, it looks like he's got 6, 7 D8, so 56 plus 12. 68? Mm-hmm. Did that... How come... How many hit points did you get? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I was just going to calculate the max and just give you that, but there you go. You're good. Okay. So you have, yeah, that was a pretty good roll anyway. All right. All right, Zith, what about you? So this goes straight, this here goes straight through here. Yeah. It's a bridge that goes overhead. So this area here goes up and this area here goes up. No, you could just bonus action move. Yeah, bonus action dash is another segment of movement. Yeah. So, Kineas, this room that you're in is full of rubble and debris, and all the squares that are found within it are difficult terrain. You you see some people, Kineas, ahead 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. About 45 to 50 feet in away from you, directly straight. It looks like there are people in there that are in perhaps like full regalia, full uniform, armed, armored, capes, that sort of thing. You can't tell. They are armored, so it's hard to say whether they are robots or not robots. They do not respond. Yep. Ozus. Okay. He didn't go very far from you, so. Mm, yeah. You see all the way to this wall over here. Um, and you get from your angle, you see someone standing right here. Their back is, yeah, you can see them, and their back is to you. But so you see their red cape, and they have a helmet on with kind of a brush on top, that kind of thing, like a Trojan helmet, sort of. So they can easily shine their boots. All right, Del, you're up. Okay. All right, to your left, so you can see into this room straight ahead of you. So can you see where I'm drawing? Right here. There's a guy standing here facing this direction. There's a guy standing here facing this direction. And oh, you can't see him anyway. Sorry. You can see this one guy right here. He is a full armored and like uniformed soldier that is looking kind of make out the edge of what is probably like a big arrow slit. And he's looking out to the north on this map, out that arrow slit. Correct. To your left, you see another one of those shafts, and just below ground level, it is just packed full of debris and clutter and just packed. The walls are obviously cylindrical, round, right? And down one of the walls is just kind of slowly streaming this gray ooze, right? Liquid. And to your right, down here, you see a chair in the center of this room, like a throne, and there is a skeletal figure kind of slumped in that chair. And then here you see a large crystalline, like the wall is made out of crystal right here. You can kind of see outside into the mist below and kind of see the countryside all across. Yeah, yep, you have quite an altitude, yeah. No sign of glaive. Could be around this corner. Could be hiding in this room where you can't see glaive. Could be hiding in here. Could have gone in the shaft, maybe. It seems to go up, but can't go down. Yep. So you've confirmed that glaive is not hiding in this room. It's just this man sitting in this big throne, kind of slumped over. He has an unusual helmet on his head. Okay. All right. Ezra. What do you do? Well, Ezra is probably going to keep a little back, but probably maybe move up next to Ozus. That'll be his turn. He's like my prayers are all used up. Filch is going to move up to here. All right, Zith, what are you going to do? Okay, now the room you're entering here is all difficult terrain. This whole square right here. Nope. This room is empty except for a whole bunch of rubble. This part of the room is half caved in from the mountain. So in this room up here is where these soldiers are. There's one soldier standing right here, and you can see just the back side of him, like if he's in this square right here. So you kind of see his cape. Nope, they're not. They're just standing there. Okay. All right, Kines. $10, $15, $20, $25. That's 15. That's 10 feet. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, that's not difficult terrain anymore, so there you go. All right, so there's a dude standing right here, and he's looking north out that arrow slit that's right there. And you see another arrow slit right here. And there's a guy in front of that looking out. No, they're just standing there. They're kind of ignoring you. You've already called out to them, and they kind of ignored you. Kind of rude, if you ask me, but you know, maybe they couldn't hear you. Okay. Waiting for you to come to the door. Yeah. Yep. All right. Stand by. The soldiers, now that you've entered the room, decide to take notice of you. They turn, and instead of a siren's soldier's face, you see the skeletal horror of what they have become. You should probably take that off. Yep. Okay, so the rest of you are welcome to roll initiative so that you can join in this fight. Because the first thing that happens is a globe of light appears right next to Caneus. Oh, Caneus, you got to roll initiative. Oh yeah, way at the bottom. I see. You're so far down. I have to scroll down to find you. Gotcha. All right. Yeah. You're welcome to. Otherwise, I will prompt you if you want. It's gonna be a tough fight with no spell slots. There you go. Okay. So we're gonna. All right, so the first thing that happens is this glowing orb appears next to Caneus. And it just lights off a yep, like this little lightning attack. So I'm going to give it advantage because it just appeared. And so it's going to roll enough to hit you, Caneus, but I believe you have a reaction if you want. You're not surprised, but it was hidden when it attacked. Is the only reason I'm giving it the ability to attack you. Did I hit begin combat? Yeah, I did. Okay. Are you going to do anything, Caneus? No, a reaction. It's going to strike you with this shocking attack, this lightning damage. Did it? Yeah, it rolled. All right. All right. So in comes the damage. Looks like 9 points. Oh, now it's letting you use your Hellish Rebuke if you want. Okay. Up comes the Hellish Rebuke. And you just like fire back, just torch it. And yeah, it's like now it's a flaming globe of light. Looks kind of cool with the layered effect. All right, now Ozus, you see this happen right down, and you can jump right into the fight. Now, what would you like to do? Oh, I keep hearing fireball. Just wishful thinking, I guess. The whole room. Just take out the whole room. Canais will live. Yep. And then are you doing Blessed Strike on top of it? It still didn't roll a d8. Oh, wait, it did. In the damage, it rolled a d8. You're right. So 28 points of damage. Who did you hit? This guy right here? Oh, or this guy. Gotcha. All right, so that's a white, not the will-o-wisp. Got it. Okay, so that explains why, because 28 damage would have blown up that will-o-wisp. All right. Very cool. All right, anything else you want to do for your turn? So you blast some firebolts. They go flying between the flaming sphere and Canais and smacks right into the white, who does this nasty little throaty hiss because he can't use his tongue to hiss, so it does it from its throat. All right. Something like that. All right. So with that, it is the will-o-wisp's turn. My bad. I would have the will-o-wisp. This is the. Let me just trade spots. That's fine. We're good. All right. So this will-o-wisp is going to step up and strike at shocking you too. Oh, does it? What's the range on the shock? Let me look. 5 feet. Okay, so it steps forward and it tries to shock you as well. Canais? And it misses. The soldier draws his long sword and leaps toward you from the slung, if you will. And so he is going to He's actually going to... Gosh, I really would like to just use life drain, so I'm going to do that. He's going to get advantage on you because he has you flanked. Unbelievable. What a miserable failure. You easily see him coming and you kind of just flex to the side and dodge his reach as he tries to reach out to you. All right. So his next attack is his longsword. He does not get advantage with that attack though, because he used his flanking on his first attack. So here comes a straight attack with his longsword. He rolls a 1. Just caught off guard by your fancy footwork. He has no idea what to do with that. So Zith, you're up. What do you want to do? Ozus has walked past you throwing firebolts. What are you going to show him up or what? Yeah. How do you like your white? Blackened. $48 points of damage. Yeah, 8 dice. So half of 48 is 24. Yep. Yep. No, just the far wall that you can't really see, this wall down here. Yeah, you just can't really see it very well. Yeah. Yeah. So this is difficult terrain. And then, yeah, you want to walk. Yep. You step in here. You find yourself where you have been before in a golden shaft of light, except there's no golden shaft of light up above. You see this this shaft goes up, just goes straight up, and you do see some like hand and footholds in the wall, like a staircase, like a ladder rather, built into the wall that goes up, but there's no anti-gravity here. All right. Well, you emptied the room a bit. Interesting. Mm-hmm. I see. Ozus, you lucky dog. This glowing orb appears behind you, and it's going zzz, 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 and it just kind of sparks off of your armor. No big deal. Yeah, it appeared right behind you. Some of these characters have encountered them before in their early levels. Something like that, yeah. All right, we want to do a life drain on Kineas. Oh, it's almost a 20. It was so close. And yet so far. All right, another lousy attack. These guys are not doing good against you, Kineas. It's definitely your day. All right, Del, what would you like to do? All right, the staff swings into the will-o-wisp and just evaporates it. Okay. It's a black and white. Well, I'll just roll it for you while you're trying. 2. Oh, 2 necrotic's not going to work on that guy. All right. Okay, and anything else you wanted to do, or should we move on? Okay. This navigation keeps popping up. It's annoying. Unarmed strike. So it's because it's not in your inventory as an attack. So let me look here real quick under features. Okay. So D6 plus 1. And why do you have advantage? I'm curious. Thank you. I just needed to be reminded. I'm invisible so long as nobody's looking at me. It's a superpower. Yeah, as long as nobody's looking. Okay. Any of that necrotic damage? Nope, just force damage, right? Okay, cool. Yep. We're good. All right. Anything else, sir? I'm convinced monks slow the combat down. That's what I think. Yeah. Where? No, there's a wall there. You could go here or here. Yes, he would. You are correct. All right, Kineas, back to you, sir. Or not back to you, but to you. Nice hit. How did that hit? Oh, it was a 15. Yep. Okay, you hit him. Go do the damage. 13 points. All right. He's looking very. He's not good. He's staggered. He's like he's taken a couple steps back. That blow was enough. After Dell hit him a couple of times, and that then is just too much. So, oh wait, you're targeting that guy. Yeah, you staggered that guy. And with your crystal longsword, you miss. The staggers are unpredictable, and you end up just whiffing the air, whew, missing him. Anything else? Another one? That hits him, and does enough to slay him. All right, 5-foot shift. Got it. Opening up the room. I like it. All right. And we're going to skip these last two guys, and now Ezra. All right, so he will try to attack the will-o-wisp. He'll do that. Even though he's... Get your shield. Where's that? Oh. Okay. Guilty of being undead glowing thing. Deal some damage. Okay, he whacks it and even adds a little bit of a divine strike to it. Smacks it good. However, it doesn't affect it as well because... why? Because it thinks it is not magical. So we'll fix that. All right, good. That's better. All right. Top of the turn now. This Will-O-Wisp is going to attack Kineas. It has a shock attack. Shock and awe. Shock and awe. I don't know if there's any awe, but there's a shock. Nope. Boring. Ozus, you're up. Mm-hmm. You have one right behind you, though. Smack it with your staff. No, I mean, you could just hit it with your magical staff. Just smack it. You would be heartbroken. All right. Don't mind if I do. All right, move along. Your turn. He's going to have cover if you use an ranged attack. Unless you move, like, say, here. Yep. Nope. Yep. Ooh, a a fumble McFumble. So do you hit Dell? Nah. That'd be funny, but we'll pass. All right, Dell, make a dex saving throw. If you fumble, you'll get hit. That's like a fumble. Right. It's like it. Similar. All right. So this all right. So this little dude, he wants to probably just attack Dell. So we're going to try a life drain on Dell. Nope. I don't think so. Not quite there. Not quite there. Thanks for the reminder on disadvantage. It wasn't prompting for it, so yep. Yeah. Yeah. Is that necrotic damage? Okay. So he goes like, mushrooms with my blackened dish. Did you use your staff? Did you use your staff to attack it? Oh. Okay. 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 So pick on your own. Pick on a monster your own size. All right, Dell, you're up. It'll turn you into a white. You missed the wisp. No, yeah. It just means you roll a 10. Yeah, you roll a 10. Yep. So with your pluses, you get to roll a d4 plus. Okay. Killed it. It's good enough. It only has 1 hit point left between 3 of you. You'll kill it. And if you kept missing it, all right, Kanesh, you're now a white, and you begin to attack the party. No, I'm kidding. Everything is good. Yeah, like arrow slits. Yep. Yeah, you can see the mountainside to the south. You can see out over the moorland. So, Dell, in this room is a wood and steel captain's chair atop a platform in the center of this room. Slumped in the chair is a skeletal corpse wearing a siren regalia. The skeleton wears a silver helmet with a sizable dent in it. There is kind of a viewport to the south there made from shimmering crystal, which overlooks the mists of the Mournland. Yes. No, best guess is this was the pilot. Well, these days, yes. It's like he's wearing a very polished silver chrome like helmet. It has intricate patterns at right angles and 45-degree angles, ending in dots and such running all across the helmet. Mm-hmm. Ganesh, you can see that it's magic. It's got divinity magic in it. Divination, sorry. Misspeak. Okay. Should take 10 minutes. What did you say, Ganesh? This whole window down here. You can see quite a distance. It goes, you can see over the whole moorland, the fog layered below, some trees sticking out, a couple of big pieces of colossi down there as well. Right. Yes, exactly. Welcome. Welcome to the adventure of this colossus you've been exploring for like 3 weeks. Yes. I just figured it out. He's like, oh, it's stuck in the mountain. Yeah. So, as far as you can tell, this has divination magic. It will allow the wearer to communicate with the gray matter engine. Okay. So you put it on. You put it on your head. I want you to make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw. All right. you have in your mind the perspective from Landro as to what happened on the day of mourning. So Landro is aware of the people around down below, the little ants around his feet chanting, and then the spell takes effect, and he suddenly has a great collision, a teleportation collision with the mountain. And all systems kind of went offline, and he's been stuck there ever since. That's the gist. The helmet has got this dent in it, so something happened during that time. Maybe the captain hit his head on the chair or something, some debris flew across the room and hit him, and has damaged the helmet. So it no longer communicates with Landro. But you were able to discern the last functioning perception of that helmet. Okay, so you can remove the dent from the helmet. Unfortunately, it does not actually restore the function of communication. It now looks better. You just can't take him for granted. That was probably Filch. Yeah. Okay, so this is all the rubble that's jammed in that shaft right there, like the spinal cord of Landro. You were in kind of the chest area, and this is jammed full of rubble about a couple of feet down from the entrance in. Like there's just rubble spilling in, but if you climb in there, you can see that there are hand and foot holds along the wall, so you could make a climb up the wall pretty easily. from the joints. The joints were making this weird whining sound. Yeah. Yep. Yep. He has some spinal compression here that's not good. Okay, so you can take a short rest. Okay, you want to take it right here in the bridge. Okay. Okay, well, Ezra was not able to restore any spells. He needs a long rest for that. He has no spell slots. When you say you're going to take a short rest, it asks you how many hit dice you want to spend, or you can auto spend, and then it'll roll until you max it. It'll use them up until you've. So you spent 5 hit dice to recover 33 hit points. Okay, so we're sticking with the short rest. That's fine. I got no healing spells for you. You'll be dipping in potions. Okay. Yeah, let's see how that goes. All right, so tell me what it is you're doing downstairs in the chest cavity at the spine. Oh, wait. Hold on. I have to advance the clock. I forgot that. All right. What are we doing now? With the bag? Okay. Clairvoyance. You create an invisible sensor within range in a location familiar to you, a place you have visited or seen before, or in an obvious location that is unfamiliar to you, such as behind a door, around a corner, or in a grove of trees. The sensor remains in place for the duration, and it can't be attacked or otherwise interacted with. When you cast the spell, you choose seeing or hearing, and you use the chosen sense through the sensor as if you were there. As your action, you can switch between seeing and hearing. Top of the shaft, it goes up quite a ways. Let me tell you how far. Whip out the deck of cards. Whip out the deck of cards. The arcade. Well, the ones that they're going to play spades with while you go search the rest of the map. So the notched walls inside the shaft, the shaft stretches up 100 feet before terminating at the roof. Because you have streamer's guilt? I get it. All right. So it is it's about 40 feet up when there is another opening in the kind of another opening to the south side of the shaft, and then it goes up again and there's another opening at the top. Did we already put Ollie on the map? Let me get it. Okay, so Ollie starts flying up the shaft. Are you looking through her eyes, or are you just expecting her to tell you? Okay. All right, so you see what looks like maybe it's this room that's about 20 foot square, and in the center of the room is a very big, heavy table. Looks like it has terrain on it, like magically, like a hologram. Like think of like Star Wars, right? Yeah, there's hallways that go off. Yeah. So it's a 30-foot tall chamber, and in the center is the massive stone table. There are dozens of large maps and scroll cases scattered across the table, and these, yeah. Yep. Okay. So up at the top, let's see. Um, yeah, as Owlie gets closer, and you notice through her owlish eyes that there is kind of a like this might be the throat, right? As you're going up through the neck, and above that, there's like um, a tangled, kind of a tangle of metal dangles like a mechanical uvula. And as she flies up, um, she's still kind of a little more than halfway toward the top, and suddenly there's a jet of water that blasts her into oblivion and comes down and lands with a huge torrent of water and kind of floods out and splashes, and you guys get staggered back a little bit. No real damage. Um, but it looks like this jet of water blasted your owl and the bag she was holding. Um, oh, you were just okay. Thank you. I thought she was flying up with the bag. Okay, so no scouting. Then she gets blasted. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. There was, yeah, it was a huge high pressure blast of water. Okay. Right. Well, all right, Del, make a strength, um, like a strength check. Let me look here. Um, you can use athletics if you like. DC 12. Pretty easy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so you go up and you end up peeking into the shoulder area. You see this really large stone table. You see dozens of large maps, scroll cases, they're scattered across the table. Like you're guessing this is about the shoulders of Landro. You can see ballista mounted in the shoulder area. Yep. There are. It looks magical. Well, could be some illusion magic and some like maybe it's got some animation ability, like movement or whatever. Like it can maybe rotate or do something. Hard to tell exactly. Just you can tell has the ability to move. Well, maybe more like imagine like what the people stand around in the Star Wars movie where they're kind of looking at the place that the yeah. So perhaps yeah. So however you would interpret that in your own little brain, that's what you see. The maps. There are maps of the maybe battle plans. There's scroll cases, all that kind of stuff scattered across the table. Okay, thanks, Kines. Roll initiative. The table suddenly, yeah. So, yep. All right. So the three of you are set. It rears up and kind of walks on two legs like it is some kind of large stone animated table and two more. So of its four legs, two legs become like legs and two legs become like arms. And it turns threatening to you, swinging back with its arms like it's going to just kind of just wallop you. All right, Dell, you get to go first. You see it kind of rear up on two of its legs. What do you do? Could be just your connection to the data center is not great tonight. So it's losing when it starts to do too much or whatever, it crashes. All right. So Dell, you're going to go ahead and just hold on your turn. Good. I like it. You'll be back in a minute. All right. So that puts the table next. Yep. The table is going to target you, Kineas. Since you're the one that took things off of its back. And let's see. Okay, you're back in. Go ahead, Dell. Oh, I didn't hit begin combat. There we go. Right. Okay, well, 24 hits the table. That's a stunning table. All right, so anything else you're doing? Dell, are you still there? Yeah, maybe. I'm going to go ahead. I think he's dodging. He usually does that last. So, all right. So now the table's turn. The table is going to turn to attack. That's exactly. Oh, well played, sir. It's going to make 2 slam attacks. The first one whiffs past you, hits the wall. The wall chips. And the second slam is coming through. That's going to hit. He's probably just dropping out and back in. All right, so Kanesh using Gift of the Metallic Dragon, that sets your AC at... Is it? Okay. So it clangs up against your wings, and you just see the metallic scales of the wings just like dent inward, and then they fizzle out. The scales all drop to the ground. All right. All right, go for it. Are you using some kind of magical spell to prevent it? I it's pretty hostile already. So I would say your odds would be 1,000,000 to 1. All right, then I would say you can roll percentile dice, and on a double O, you do it. That's a 1 in 100 chance. Nope, 34. Yeah. Nope. Are you doing anything else? That was it, right? You can move. Okay. Caneus, the table whisperer. All right. So with that, we'll end the first round. Round 2, Dell. You are. So about round 4, then the first one of you, whoever's up highest, probably Zith. Okay. Okay. Thunk. A little divot comes out of the table. Tink. It's a solid hit on the table. It is very solid. Let's see. Comes back around with another swing of its leg. It rolls a 1. One more swing of its leg. It's going to strike you. Second leg is going to land. It smacks you for 31 points of damage. Oh, I would love for it to knock you back down the spine. Okay. It is. What are you going to do now? I've already singed the stone. It's got some black marks on it. Makes it look kind of cool. It's a distressed table, almost. You just want a pet table you can sit on while it walks around. All right. So you smack it for 10 points. Good. What else? Okay. You're taking little tiny, you're cracking, there's like a crack, but some dust falls off. You smacked it. Okay. Okay. So now round 3. Del, your turn. Glancing blow does no harm. Again, another miss. It's tough. You're attacking a big block of stone. All right, is going to attack Kineas again. Oh, it's going to hit. Anything, Kineas? Okay, 12 more points of damage. That is one attack. Here comes the other. Another hit incoming. Okay, 26 points of damage. And your Hellish Rebuke is ineffective. Oh, it looks like, oh, that was his save. Yep. Yep. All right. So you do some more flame damage to it. All right, that ends its turn. Kineas, what are you going to do now? Oh, you didn't break it. Okay, you bite into it again for another 9 points. A little chip off the side of the table comes off. Okay, another good solid hit though. This takes a corner off or whatever. It's now looking, it's got some cracks in it. It's missing some pieces. You're whittling away at it, chiseling, if you will. Okay, what else, Del? It's you. Uh, you've weakened one of its legs as well on this one. Took a pretty good chunk out of it, so now it's just got like a shorter leg than normal. And so it's like hobbling a little bit. All right, so it actually kind of starts to spin like a rodeo bull and lashing out in all directions. It targets both of you at the same time. Well, it says one or more, so I guess we're going to divide them up at a time here. Okay. Okay. Caneas, it comes at you. Nah, it's going to hit Caneas. All right, so it misses. All right, Caneas, your turn. All right, so you take a chunk out of its side. It divides into 2 tables and attacks twice as much now. I'm kidding. Okay, Del, I think you're up. And you sunder the table. Oh, I see. Okay. There are big chunks of a table. Yeah, there's pieces of table. Mm-hmm. If you can. So the maps that are the maps that are also on the floor among the ruins of the table are vellum maps that are probably useless to navigators, but are probably worth something if you can find historian collectors or siren expatriates who might be interested in it. That would be further up the shaft up where a trigger. It doesn't appear to be anything. Yeah. Yeah, so these are like the shoulders on either side here. And so you can see that to the south there is a doorway, probably that leads to part of the arm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it looks like, by the way, Ozus, that to the south of you, there's kind of an opening and you can see what remains of the daylight of the day, kind of shining into the joint between the shoulder and the upper arm. And over on the left side, you can see a doorway down below as well. There's also an opening to this arm, but it's a dim light over on this side. Arrow slit. Yeah, and right here you can see, yeah, so right there to the east, there is a platform that goes out like it's part of the armor. Uh, you know how some pauldrons have kind of this little area that goes along the shoulder. So you are out in the open air right now, and you can see the mist and kind of down the side of the mountain down below. So Oz, as you walk around out there, you get a really stunning view from very high up. Okay. Yeah, there are iron bars on either side of this upper arm that look like they maybe house pairs of holding cells, maybe to hold prisoners of war. They're empty, though. It looks like they've never seen use. The ceilings here reach 15 feet high. No. Okay, further down into the arm, you're at like the elbow joint here. And ahead, you see more holding cells. Yep. Yeah, there is. Yep. Okay. This appears to be a small 15-foot tall chamber that features a metal hatch in the floor and a lever attached to the nearby wall. Mm-hmm. Right. All right. When you pull the lever, the room fills with poisonous gas. And no, I'm kidding. Just kidding. So the floor opens and a 10-foot diameter, 30-foot deep cylindrical anti-gravity well emanates from the Colossus's palm that is face down. You notice that there's loose rocks along the side of the mountain. They begin to float up into this hand chamber, into this chamber. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Landro the metaphor. It's just a simulation. That's right. That is the thermonuclear device, and you've just armed it. Yeah, it's like crunched into the mountain, right? It's been teleported into the mountain. So this right shoulder, if you will, seems to be smashed against the mountain. Okay, so this chamber, the floor of this ruined 30-foot tall chamber is bare except for a large wooden chest. The ostentatious chest is made of dark walnut, and the planks of that walnut shine like it's brand new almost. Its iron straps are gilded with thick sheets of gold leaf. An iron padlock crafted in the shape of a grinning demon hangs from the chest's hasp. Okay. There are no secrets, no traps. No, not magical. What you see is as soon as you touch it, its huge gaping maw full of teeth opens and its massive tongue comes out to try to grapple you. All right. Because you're expecting a mimic, I'm not going to let it surprise you. However, it does hit you with its big pseudopod tongue. All right, Caneas, it's a wimpy little 12 point of damage as it um, bludgeons you and wraps itself around you, and you are now grappled. And with that, we will end our adventure for this evening. All right, so there we go. Thanks everyone for watching on the internet, and we hope you enjoyed this part of exploring Landro's chest and shoulders. He's a buff dude. All right, so join us next week as we dig into it again. And until then, we'll see you on the web.